everyone, I am your astrologer Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here is your daily forecast for the day of Tuesday, September 26th, 2017. Now, before I get into it, I'm just going to try to make these daily videos a little bit shorter just because I feel like they're getting kind of long and I want to be very respectful of your time as well as my time as I go about doing this, and because I don't always know if the charts, especially when I do my dailies, are that helpful, because it's kind of hard to break down my process when I do the dailies, because I think about things a lot more abstractly and it happens in the mind mostly. But I'm just gonna go ahead and see what's going on, and I think today is a good day to start doing them a little bit shorter, because to me there's a really simple and a really clear message of what is going on in the astrology today. Okay, and a big part of that is because we do have the moon right here in Sagittarius, which is going to be about 17 degrees, I want to say. But what it's doing is it's actually coming off of yesterday and into today, a square to both Mars and to Neptune, which are in an opposition with each other, making it a T-square going on here, okay? And what happens when you have a T-square is you've got two planets opposite each other, which is Mars and Neptune, which I've kind of been talking about for a little bit lately, bringing up kind of all your issues about wanting to move forward, wanting to put a plan in place, wanting to be organized, wanting to do the Virgo thing and move forward on that, of really being able to just figure out your life and to make a plan and wanting to know what's going on, and then having the opposition to Mars making you a little confused about what plan you're putting in place, what's going on with your job here, what your day-to-day looks like, and how you can just get a better process moving forward, okay? And I think we've been feeling that for a while. I know I've been talking about that, but I think with the moon here about to conjunct, of course, Saturn and square Mercury in Sagittarius, making a T-square here, and when you've got a T-square, it's almost like a big point you need to focus on. I drew the arrow earlier, or a few days ago, and I'm gonna draw it again. It's saying you need to focus on the moon here and where the moon is, and at the tip of the T-square, in order to really resolve the issue that's going on here with Mars and with Neptune, okay? And if you can focus on the tip of the T-square, it's really gonna give you the answer. And that answer, of course, because it's in Sagittarius, it's doing something new, doing something you haven't done before, finding the passion, finding the excitement in your life. You know, if you feel like you're kind of at a crosshairs, you know, or an impasse or whatever with your life and with where your life is going and with the direction, with what plans you want to put in place, I think the answer is do something you have not done before. Do something that's not tested, that's not tried, that's different, that's exciting, that brings the passion back into your life in some way, okay? I think that is the answer there. I think if you focus on that, you're going to be able to get more insights and more breakthroughs and more clarity about what's going on with your life, so that all of this stuff that's been going on that I've been talking about with Mars and with Neptune isn't so confusing anymore and ends up working for your good, okay? Where it's no longer, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, but okay, I think I'm starting to get a hang of this kind of thing. I think I'm starting to figure it out and go in the right direction, okay? I think that is just a big part of the message. I think after you realize that you need to do things new and different, you're gonna wanna commit to figuring out how you can go forward and put this new thing into place with the moon about to conjunct Saturn here. I think as well, with the moon also going to square Mercury, that you're also thinking as well about how you can, in a more disciplined way, go about doing this new thing and put all the nuts and bolts into place and move forward on it in a way that just is more clear to you and makes more sense, and to really understand and wrap your mind around what is going on here, okay? I think I know I've been talking about confusion a lot in your chart here, but I think there comes a time where you got to stop being so confused and you got to start moving past it. And I think there could still be some of that coming up with Mars and Venus still going through this opposition to Neptune. But I think with the moon here triggering the spot, we're starting to realize, you know what, I gotta figure some things out, I gotta do things differently, even if it is a little confusing, and I guess just gotta see what happens. And I think when you start to move forward and do some of that stuff, the clarity is going to come to you, and it's not going to feel as heavy as it has been feeling. Of course, you may still feel a little uncomfortable or a little hurt with Mercury over here still in the opposition to Chiron as it's making this T-square over here. But I think if you just keep pushing forward and you keep trying new things and doing things and just believing in yourself, Saturn and or the moon and Saturn and Sagittarius also bring up a lot about your beliefs and getting your beliefs right, then I think it's going to be easier for you to just figure out where you're going here and to feel much more comfortable about it, okay? I think it's also going to allow you to really open up some more doors to start doing some things and some new things that are going to make you really happy here coming in. Okay, so I think that's what I see going on for today. We've still got Jupiter here exact and in opposition with Uranus, so really trying to work with other people and to accomplish other things with others, but at the same time having some unexpected things come up, preventing us from working with people in the way that we want, and still needing to in some way assert ourselves as well, so that we don't have empty relationships, but that we also have relationships that truly resonate with us. And I think by doing something new and doing something different, it's also going to help our relationships to fall into place in some kind of better way as we move on here. Okay, so that's what I have for you. Now your card for the day is the Two of Swords upright. This to me too is always a card of choices. Maybe there's choices today. To me, T-squares also bring choices, because you've got a choice on one side and a choice on the other here, you know, both sides of the square. And I think you gotta see more clearly. You gotta make some choices here, even if they're hard, even if you don't want to make them. And I think the more you make choices, the more you move forward. All of a sudden the confusion is going to go away, the clarity is going to come, and new doors are going to open up for you. To give you an example, I've been thinking a lot about my life lately, because I've been feeling very crazy with all this Pluto stuff going on, and I do not handle Pluto very well. From my experience, and I think what I'm starting to realize is that I have one way that I've been doing my astrology thing for months here. You know, I've been trying so hard to like build all the graphics and the logos and like make these videos look cool, because it took a lot more work than I thought it would take to get all this stuff together. And I think I'm finally starting to realize, like, you know what, like I'm actually at a pretty good spot and I'm actually doing pretty well, and now I need to transition and do something new and different and stop thinking so much about the basics and how to get this done and start doing readings. And I'm feeling uncomfortable about giving readings and doing all that, but I think the message of this for me is I can't do what I've always done here. I gotta do something different. I gotta pivot to something else here in order to really open up the doors that I want, even if it is uncomfortable for me. And I hope that that gives you an idea too of maybe some things of what you need to do too as well to move forward. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.